right, everyone, we are live. I am on a brand new computer, so bear with us if there's any technical challenges. Plus, the internet has been really slow the last few days in my house, so bear with us. I have Robbie here, who is the founder, one of the founders of Neolyfe, which is actually a really cool and interesting project that I want to talk to you guys about here. This is going to be a really fun, unique space. So let's listen up. Let's learn a few different things, and then we'll get into some crypto and blockchain news. So, Robbie, you want to go ahead and introduce yourself? Maybe who you are, what you've done, in the crypto space. Maybe a little bit pizzazz around you and all the things that you do.
Yeah, for sure. Thanks for having me, Rob. Obviously, it's feel really blessed to be here and speaking to your community. Yeah, so I'm Robbie. Rob and Robbie. So good kind of rapport we're already building here. And yeah, I started back in crypto in 2016, early 2017 time. I guess nowadays that's an OG, which is weird to think because in 2016, 17 you felt like a real latecomer, and it just goes to show that like no matter how early you are, you always feel late. But yeah, I started in 2016, 2017. I was really interested, obviously, in the whole concepts of permissionlessness and decentralization. Fell in love with it all. But quickly it kind of becomes a little bit boring because you're a bit like, well, Bitcoin and Ethereum really cool, but actually, like, how much use cases for it beyond payments? And then all of a sudden you get like start to delve into smart contracts and you go, hang on a minute, right, like there's something here. And then around that time NFTs started to be created, and I think this is where I really kind of fell in love with it. Prior to kind of being in crypto, I was actually an English teacher. I had a master's degree in script writing, and I did my undergrad in English and journalism. So I was quite into storytelling, writing, this types of thing. So I fell in love with NFTs and the idea of blockchain gaming, and I came across a project called Decentraland. Some of you may have heard of it. It has been in the top 100, maybe in the top 50. It's been $1 billion market cap and so on. It's done well. And it was really the first what was known as a decentralized metaverse of its time around that time. And it really was ahead of the curve from like the Zuckerberg coming in with meta perspective and so on around virtual worlds. And I got involved that way. Beyond that, I felt I kind of got interested, invested in some early NFT projects and blockchain games. Around that time, there was only maybe a handful, like Infinity, My Crypto Heroes, a couple of others. And I realized there was a massive gap in blockchain gaming. What I would say here is that at that time, it was kind of just like pixel art, and it was also, there was no story behind these games. And I was like, blockchain gaming for me in 2017, 18, I was like, wow, this has got huge potential, because as a big gamer myself until that point, I really kind of resonated with a lot of the issues around kind of closed loop economies, the amount of hours you put in and you get nothing back and so on. So actually kind of just thought there's a gap in the market. I was like, with my storytelling expertise and how I kind of identified that in blockchain gaming there was a lack of kind of high quality character and storytelling. Actually co-founded a project called Chain Guardians. I was actually the initial creator there of the world, of the characters and so on. And I brought upon the project with a co-founder. So really we started it in tandem. I can't kind of take all of that, of the plaudits there, but there was me and another co-founder, a gentleman called Idon. And then he brought his sister along for the ride. I won't delve too much into that. The rest is history. But as of 2019, we actually kind of started formally building really aggressively, late
Okay.
2018. Chain Guardians did well. We hit 150x from seed with our token in late 2020, early 2021. We did over 15 million in NFT sales. We had a community of over, at peak, I would say around 200,000 strong, maybe more. And things went from kind of strength to strength there. I separated with them about a year and a half ago, maybe a year and 4 months ago or so, to start working on Neolyfe. It was a difficult separation, they usually are. There's probably lots more to tell you about that. There'll be like the things that you will find and hear. They've rebranded, I would say, reskinned the group from what was once Chain Guardians. They're now calling it Pentagon Games and so on. So that's going strong to an extent, I believe. I don't know exactly. I don't follow it massively because of the split. But what I would say is that that project did very well at the time, and now it's left with my other two co-founders. And I've been building Neolyfe with a team of 14 strong, self-funded with one other partner for the last year and a half, and that leads me today. Sorry if I rambled, but best to get it kind of all out there for people.
You're okay, man. And here, listen, can everybody in the chat? I know maybe the volume's a little bit low, and maybe things. I get it. I'm on a new laptop. This is the first live stream. Bear with us. Turn it up on your end if you can. Turn it down if you need to. But thank you so much for being here. If you can like and share the space, I would mean the world to me, and I know it would mean a lot to Robbie here. So let's get into Neolyfe itself, right? So we kind of talked about your vast experience in the crypto space and working and developing projects that actually went somewhere. A lot of money involved, a lot of really big community. You mentioned 200,000. So obviously you have experience running a project of that caliber, which is a lot. It says a lot because a lot of people don't even have half of what you've experienced already. So your team currently, we got in, what inspired you to do this, the kind of separation, you wanted your own project. Talk to us about what Neolyfe is and what problems or what solutions, what is it going to do for people as they use the product or play the product or whatever it is.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I guess what kind of inspired me to kind of create Neolyfe was very much what inspired me to fall in love with crypto in the early stages around Decentraland. When I had a huge hope for Decentraland, and it was really a strong reason that I fell in love with crypto on the whole. But it fell flat in a number of areas, specifically around the user experience. The quality of the graphics and the gamification layers, and it was really like they kind of built an empty theme park, right? With it had no rides, so it really wasn't fun to be in and so on. And that was kind of a portion of what inspired me, was that I saw there was somebody doing something that I really kind of loved the idea on, but fell short in many areas. That was part one. Part two of it was when Mark Zuckerberg decided to try and come and own the metaverse space, right? When he came along in 2021 and he kind of, flexed his muscles, as it were, decided that he was going to try and basically own the metaverse space and spent billions and billions on it. And obviously he's hit a lot of stumbling blocks, and he's kind of fall flat on his backside with that, or on his face, if you like, which to me is a bit of a relief, because I liken them, like, trying to buy and own the metaverse to me is a bit like trying to buy and own the internet, right, back in the 90s. So we don't want that. We want the metaverse to be decentralized, and I think we need these virtual worlds and these spaces that adhere to interoperable, like open standards, right? Much like what blockchain is all about. If Mark Zuckerberg had succeeded with Meta in capturing that space, I think we would have been looking at quite a dystopian future. So that's kind of part two. And I think part three is that, for me, play to earn, and the concept of play to earn is like building economies on quicksand. I mean, I've been through it with Chain Guardians. We was a play to earn gaming ecosystem, and the problem is that it's impossible to build a sustainable ecosystem in which only there is extraction. And that is what play to earn promised, and that is where it failed. However, the beauty and the difference between virtual worlds is that you are encouraging other people to come in and create their own value propositions, and whether or not somebody wants to pay into that is as a result of whether that value proposition has meaning to them. And I think that's why, for me, it's such a powerful concept. It bridges, actually, like, generally self-sustaining economies that are user generated and created, and wealth and monetization, and it crosses the path of also giving the users the ownership of it. All in all, I'm not sure if I'm speaking in too many big words here, because I appreciate that some people may not be following, but I hope that just gives maybe some semblance of why you generally decided to go down the building Neolyfe path.
All right, give me 1 second. I'm going to try to fix the sound here. Barely hear you. Give me 1 second.
Of
Give
course.
me 1 second here. Audio. You know what? I might just go grab my other laptop in the middle of this.
All good for me. I think I hear myself through your headset. Can you hear me in chat, guys? Cool. I guess they can hear me. Just want to say, yay, Bitcoin green. This is why you've all turned out, right? Like Bitcoin's all really positive. So, or it could just be that the Crypto Sensei's videos are really kind of the coolest in the space. Thanks, Monk. I try my best. Maybe it's you know, I need to assume the mantle of Robbie Sensei for a little while, you know, just while the real Sensei gets his equipment hooked up.
Okay.
Hello, the real Sensei is back.
Can you hear me? Are
Yeah,
we good now? Are we back?
That's
okay.
way clearer. Yeah.
I'm sorry, guys. I got a new laptop. I thought I put the settings how they were supposed to be. I truly apologize. I need to do some troubleshooting on my end. But you know, when you get a brand new laptop, you get so giddy that you just want to use it for everything. And when you're in crypto, you have to like move wallets over, you have to onboard all that stuff. So I do apologize and sorry for taking away from all of this that Robbie's talking about, because I do feel it's really important what he's building, what he's doing. And listen, Robbie's been through a lot this week. So let's get back to it. I really want to talk about this. So, you know, and do apologize the sound stuff, guys. Thanks for bearing with me and telling me to move to laptop. So, Robbie, the white paper describes Neolyfe as more than a virtual destination. You know, what is the core vision that sets Neolyfe apart from other virtual worlds? And if you've said something about this and you have to repeat it, I do apologize. With all the moving, you know, just hit us with it.
No, I think you know what, like I haven't probably touched on what differentiates Neolyfe from say other worlds. So it's a really good and prominent question to start with. You know, I think that the real kind of crux of it is that I would suggest that we've put a lot of emphasis on creating tools that enable other people to create content. I put a lot of emphasis on, for example, those that are familiar, and most will be, and if you're not, quick YouTube will show you, Roblox and Fortnite, right? They are two of the most, Minecraft's probably the third one. There's actually like four, if you like, they call them the big four, but those three platforms are huge for user-generated content. It is where the gamers, they go in and they build spaces and worlds and, you know, they gamify it and so on. And you know, I don't know if you know, but Roblox responsible for I think it was like 3 billion in revenue last year alone, and Fortnite 20 billion in revenue.
Damn,
that's last year alone, right? And when I say last year, I should have got that's 2023. I hadn't actually checked. I don't think they've released 2024 yet, but that's 2023. That's those were the revenue figures. I know Minecraft is like $1 billion a year as well. So these three they are big revenue generating machines, right?
You would think Minecraft would be bigger than Fortnite. Just, I mean, I don't hang out with too many kids, so I don't know like who's playing what. And I stopped playing video games a few years ago when I found crypto. But just you blew my mind with some of those numbers. So there is a huge audience for these types of for these types of virtual worlds that you're working on.
Yeah, massive.
Huge. Okay.
You know, I think like Roblox has Fortnite has been number one or within the vicinity of number one for years now, and it consistently kind of reinventing the wheel in terms of the gamification of these worlds and how, you know, they've almost carved an entire new niche of what I like to call player creators. It's like these people that they like to play video games, but they also like to create things in order to play themselves. Over 50% of the content that is accessed on Roblox, for example, is user-generated content. That means that over 50% of what is there and the most popular kind of experiences are created by the users themselves. And where does all the money go? It goes back to the gaming platforms, the publishers and so on, right? So, you know,
the gamers miss out.
Epic get it all on Fortnite. Now, to be fair to Epic, I think, you know, they're very kind of blockchain friendly, and they're kind of, I think, you know, Tim Sweeney is a very forward thinking, you know, kind of founder, right? So he's looking at it going, maybe this won't last forever, but I mean, they have kind of different shareholders to answer to and whatever else. So it's naturally, it's very difficult to pivot from a pure profit generating, money making machine than it is to kind of start the other way and go, well, you know what? We are going to allow the users to keep 95% of everything they keep, right? You just have like a 5% platform fee,
Mhm.
So it's when you start from there, it's very easy to kind of continue from that, right? And just grow revenue streams in different ways. But it's very difficult to go, we're keeping 99% of everything and we're going to give you 1% back, and now actually, no, we're going to flip it on its head. So I don't know if I'm kind of answering it, but I think the really big thing here is that we really want to kind of we want to invert the economic model so that the content that's being created by the users with the tools we're giving them, they are truly rewarded for, both monetarily and also from kind of like an ownership perspective, right? NFTs, you own it, and so on. But the beautiful thing here is as well is that if you create crap that people don't want to come to, you can't look to us and go, well, you promised to make something. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying you create games or experiences that people want, then you can monetize that, and you can use the tools that we give you to do that.
So is this kind of like a place to go and build and design your own? I mean, that's what it's sounding like. And so, like, if that's actually what it is, like, how long does it take to use your platform to create a workable, gaming experience that I would, enjoy with the friends? Maybe it's not, AAA rated that's been worked on for 8 or 10 years, right? But it's, something, playable. So how long does it take to get there? And, what education level does the person need to be, right? Because I think that's important to talk about this too. My brother's been a video game designer since I was a kid. That's what he does. Combat fighting games. If you've ever heard of Darksiders 2, he worked on both of those games as a head game designer. So I kind of know a little bit, but obviously he would be the gentleman to talk to. So, is it my brother level complicated, which big shout out to Ben. He never watches, but it's all good. Big shout out to Ben. Or is it like, Robert level, complicated? Because that's going to be a big issue too, or not an issue, but a big thing barrier. That people, barrier. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. No, I mean, honestly, you're asking like really kind of pertinent, insightful questions. So, I mean, I know that you've kind of had like really busy week. So, congratulations to you, sir. You're hitting a lot of these really kind of
what it is
points.
it's I've done literally 300 or 400, maybe more live interviews with founders. And so, I guess it's just experience in the seat and understanding blockchain and understanding gaming and understanding all the stuff that goes into this. And I know how vitally it is important that we're not all super experienced, in the crypto space. And so to bring it to a level that everyone can understand is super widely important. It's not that you're not doing that. I just want to make sure that I am doing that, because that is what I have promised to my community. So
100%.
Thank you for the compliment though, man. I need that at the end of this week. Appreciate
no, I absolutely, like it's not lost on me. Sometimes I can do kind of certain AMAs or interviews, and you're a bit like, I'm not really sure this question is relevant to me, but so no, thank you. It is appreciated. That's another kind of part of what differentiates Neolyfe from other worlds, specifically like decentralized virtual worlds. So worlds that, there's only a handful that are actually kind of even doing it, and even fewer that have launched in crypto, right, in blockchain. Off the top of my head, you can think about Sandbox, Decentraland, Wilder World, one or two others, but, most are not launched, right? So, but in principle, this is another differentiating factor from us. One of the big barriers for Decentraland was exactly what you're describing here. It was about not necessarily catering to different types of user demographics, but also different type of creators. So in order to really build inside Decentraland, right, and I'm just using this as a point of difference, you would need strong experience to deploy a scene. That would include content creation on the 3D side. So familiarity with Blender, with Maya. These are two big 3D modeling softwares, right? Maybe even a bit of like ZBrush and some other kind of maybe sculpting softwares. These are creative tooling and so on. But then also, Decentraland is Unity, C# based in a browser wrapper, which means that you'd need some sort of probably like you need C#, maybe some sort of like web-based PHP, complex to deploy.
Very complex.
Yeah. Now, and this was a big problem for me. Go back to the points about why build Neolyfe. Now, that's great and all, and there will be some people that have that experience, but by and large, right? Like, I knew a guy who actually now works for me on Neolyfe at the time, that worked on major feature films like Alita, like Sherlock Holmes, doing 3D modeling environments.
Cool.
Yeah,
Love that.
proper, real dude. You can look him up. He's called Carlos Carrillo. He's on IMDb, and it'll show you all his credits. So that's Carlos and then Carrillo, Carrillo. It could be one R. Sorry, sorry, Carlos, if you're watching. And he's worked on like Avengers Endgame, all of these really cool. And he does all of like the environments, 3D modeling, and trying to build for Decentraland was really hard for him. Like, because of all of the different kind of standards and protocols, it were like low poly and so on. So, that's somebody who's got experience, and that was the challenge that we're having there. Yeah. So this is Carlos. He's been working with us for 2 years now.
Not to get sidetracked, but it is important to know what the level of people that you're working with and what goes into this. So, I mean, if this gentleman is to the caliber of what we're seeing here, when you're lucky to be working with somebody of equal caliber. Obviously, you got the blockchain brain. This gentleman has obviously some other skills that your team needs. So, love to see that, man.
He's a real talent, and I'm really blessed to have him. And actually, his role is to create tools that allow us to populate large environments at scale in mass, but I and also performantly, so it doesn't destroy the engine. But I digress. So yeah, I think just to go back to the original question around like the differentiating factors. Those were some of the challenges, even as with these virtual worlds. So what we realized we needed to do was to cater to different skill levels, if you like. Now, if you think about Roblox and Fortnite and Minecraft, the tools that they use are in world. They drag, they drop, it instantly populates. We have that. That's our builder tool. That is one of our biggest differentiating points. In fact, there is on our teaser trailer, which you can find on YouTube, you will see some snippets of that being used, some drag and drops of different items and assets. There are videos as well I can share beyond that. So that's kind of using our tools that we give users to create content and so on. If users want to be more bespoke, then there are several options. You could either be, a programmer, for example, and we'll have a modding tool which enables users to write custom code and functionality to submit it, and our developers will review it to see if it's safe enough to kind of deploy into the scenes that are owned by the users, for example. And then there's also something called Blueprints. And Blueprints is this what is called a visual programming language. And Blueprints is like, if you don't want to go and do a 4-year course to write C++ or C# at university, you can learn Blueprints with a relatively mediocre or intermediate time investment through YouTube. And it's by these little nodes, and you kind of attach them to different things. And it's a bit like a node will say, this is what this does, and this is what this does. And you can connect things to create kind of custom functionality. It does the exact same as what writing code does in C++ or C#, but the difference is that you don't need to know, like all of the kind of the inputs and whatever around the actual particulars of coding. You can just drag and drop these, and you can learn what the different things mean through YouTube tutorials and so on. So you've kind of got 3 different layers there of complexity, depending on the user and how much they want to invest versus they don't. But the really big point of difference for us is the ability to literally drag and drop custom assets, custom items, and so on inside the world, and then basically create different types of experience and content.
So Robbie, let's say the platform launches, and I actually pulled up the YouTube, so we'll get to that when you say, Rob, pull it up. We can get to it, and you can show whatever video that you want to show. So just want you to let you know that's ready to go. But when you get to the point of worlds start being created, right? Different games, different assets. Are they going to be interchangeable between worlds? Like, can I bring something from this world into this world if that's an option?
Another amazing question. So interoperability is a really funny one, because I hear founders talk about it a lot, and they automatically assume that everybody knows what you mean. So obviously, interoperability can exist in different levels, right? It can exist on the infrastructure layer, and in the case of what we're talking about here, the infrastructure would be the blockchain, for example, right? It would be the game engine, you know. So in this case, we're building on Unreal Engine 5. But then you also have interoperability of art as well. So when you create anything in a game, you've got, you know, two components. You've got what you see and then what it does, right? So the art's that, and then so you can also have interoperability between custom assets. So for example, models, you know. So when you talk about avatars and so on, you can have the interoperability there too. Then you've just got general, like, you know, you've got a layer above, which is like, can we make our stories interoperable? Can we make our things where it doesn't require, you know, that sort of thing. And most interoperability exists on that layer because it's lowest hanging fruit, right? It's the easiest thing to do. In terms of ourselves, what I would say is, if you are building on Unreal Engine 5, 90% of the time, more or less everything will be interoperable, with the exception of the fact that you might have some small adjustments just to adhere to kind of certain world building rules that we impart purely to keep things performant for different users, really. But if you think about an avatar standard, for example, that's on the content level to an extent, mostly anyway. Lyra, which is the Unreal based model, like, you know, the custom avatar, if you like, that it provides, if you use that standard, it will adhere to the standards that we're using. And the reason is because that automatically means functionality such as animation or jumping or whatever, it's standardized for different assets.
Okay, all the same.
Does this all make sense? It's why people go, oh, I've got a PFP. Why the hell can't I use my PFP in these 50 different environments? It's like, well, because that costs a lot of money and a lot of work, like on the art and the functionality side, right? So, yes.
So what I understand, Robbie, is this, and correct me if I'm wrong, is that you have set up some programmable standards before kind of everyone gets in and builds that you can only jump 2 feet in the air, you can only run at 5 miles per hour, and that way that everyone that builds, everyone will have that same thing, so that can be interoperable. Because if you run at 2 miles an hour in this one and you run at 5 miles an hour in this one, that can't be interoperable.
Yes, to a large extent, the concept that you're using to describe there is exactly right. The actual ability to kind of tweak, you know, the speed in which to run from one environment to another is not actually a driving factor to stop interoperability. But in principle, what you're saying is exactly right. You need certain standards that are followed to make things interoperable. Otherwise, there's a lot of custom work that can be done, and it can be done, but it can cost a lot, and you also might need incentives on either side to make that a reality.
All right, let's do this. Let's jump in and talk a little bit about a different topic that I wanted to bring up here. So, you know, how do you see because I've heard that a lot of people are working on something similar, like the idea is similar, but what goes into the idea, the team working on the idea, their experience in the idea is all very different. Okay.
Yes.
And so, you know, when I ask people about how is the token going to power their ecosystem, right, and what is the use case around the token, you know, what is your answer, and how's that going to work, and what's the benefit of holding the Life token?
Yeah, honestly, like, it's you know, the best way I can put like what Life token powers is it powers the world, and you know, that in itself you might be a bit like, well, that's difficult to imagine. So let me kind of try and give some specific examples. One of the kind of plans or strong plans for monetization in the long term is around what I'm calling as like subscriptions. Now, if you think about like Minecraft or Fortnite or, you know, Roblox or pretty much any game, a lot of them that use a freemium model, they make it free to play, but then you can pay like a monthly subscription to access certain perks, for example. So one of the long-term monetization model, and the reason that that's really important is one of the problems that crypto has is that the founders get massive dumps of money. I've been here, you get several million, like, wow, that's a lot of money. It goes quickly. Yeah, and not only that, it's very difficult to budget. It's really, really difficult to budget because A, you're dealing with bear markets that are 4 years long. And B, you kind of got a community that's like, hey, you've got all this money, like, why aren't you doing this? Why aren't you doing that? So you're trying to kind of balance expectations and scaling and progress and building additional revenue streams with budget. So by and large, what I would suggest is that, like, it's important to have some sort of recurring revenue stream for a business. It's very difficult just to kind of have big dumps of money and to kind of run it properly. So the long-term idea around subscriptions and life is really important, because that will be paid for in life. Now, it's not like we're not going to allow people to maybe pay in fiat, for example, because you want traditional gamers in, right? But every purchase that is made, it has to be done in life, meaning that if someone wants to pay £10 for their subscription, or $10, they have to buy $10 worth of life that we'll kind of do for them on the back end, and then it is that life that then comes back in a treasury pot. So that's an example of a specific use case for life. More broadly, we'll talk about digital assets, right? Okay. So for example, if you want to buy like a section of land, you do so in life. If you want to buy a vehicle that's not like, free to use, specific vehicles that are special and so on, you pay for it in life. Wearables, how your avatar looks. Now, we know, for example, if you played any game in the world, everybody cares about how their avatar looks, right? It's just kind of, in many cases, people care more about how the look in the digital world than, like the real world. So wearables, life will drive that. All of the building economies. So the farming of resources, for example, if you want to buy or sell certain resources in an open market between peer-to-peer and users, that can be done so in life. So I could go on and on. The use case for life is vast, because it's pretty much like, imagine what you can spend the US dollar on, or the pound on, for example.
Yeah.
It's pretty comparable for how you can spend life.
Well, really quickly, I just wanted to welcome everybody to the stream. If you just now joining us, we have Robbie here. He is a founder and a creator in the crypto space. I've been in multiple spaces with Robbie, and he's got an incredible brain, very intelligent, really nice guy. And I'm just thankful to have him and his time here. And so we were talking about his project, which is called Neolyfe, and we're going to show you a little bit about what that is like here in a bit. And it's always good to better understand who is building in the space and what it is, so you can better understand your research and what you're trying to do here. I did have a question that you brought up when you said that people can use outside money, Web2 money, like maybe a credit card or something like that. When it comes in, how is that going to work? Is it going to buy $10 of Life, the Life token, LYFE? Is that going to buy it off the open market on a like a DEX or something? And then the tokens will be transferred inside, because that's what we're talking about.
That's exactly right. Yeah. So we built a custodial wallet stack.
That's important.
Yeah, which by in some ways it kind of hurts me, because I'm a very decentralized man at heart. But for what my experience has shown me from 2018, but building in basically blockchain gaming and virtual worlds, is that where there is more decentralization, there is more friction for onboarding and more difficulty in the UX, or the user interface and the user experience. And it's always trying to straddle this gap of decentralization versus UI UX. And what I would generally say is that we decided, or I have decided, that based on my experience, that 99% of people prefer a smoother UI UX than they care about decentralization. Now, people only care about decentralization when something goes wrong and comes along and slaps them in the face, and it's like, well, I want decentralized, and it's like, oh shit, that's excuse my language, but that's when people realize. But 99% of the time, people care more about UI UX. So if you've got good, honest people that are using maybe slightly more centralized protocols in order to smooth the onboarding and the experience, that's the way to go. And in particular, that's what we've done with custodial wallet. But we follow the standards set by MetaMasks. What people don't realize is that, and I'm going to probably scare you all here, that MetaMask is centralized. They know your seed phrase. If you don't believe me, go search it. It's true. They have to store it somewhere in order to verify your access. So
that's pretty crazy. I actually, so well, let's not get too much into the weeds in that, but we need to come back and have a conversation about that. We definitely do, because I've got,
I'm scared. I'm scared.
Not like 5 million, nothing like that, but like there's enough, right? There's enough where if it disappeared, I would be like, all right, I guess I'd be making 4 YouTube videos a day instead of 2. So
I mean, if what happened with MetaMask, as everyone knows, I mean, I don't know what the damage would be to crypto, but it would be way beyond what happened with FTX and so on. But generally speaking, yeah, it is, and we follow that standard for our custodial wallet stack, which just goes to show that hasn't failed yet. They've obviously got good actors and so on. So, for onboarding, what that means is users can sign, for us anyway, what that means is they can sign up with email and a password. If they want it to be fully decentralized and they want to just get the seed phrase themselves, we will burn it and not hold them. However, generally speaking, what we'll do is we will store it. I won't talk exactly about how we do it, from a kind of a security perspective, but it follows the MetaMask standards. And then people can basically purchase in via fiat or other cryptos that we want to support in order to convert it to life, and they can use that in world. So yeah, it should be a really smooth onboarding process, even for those that are not Web3 savvy, which is important because the Web3 pie is the Web3 space is still growing, but the traditional gaming space is like billions strong. So we definitely want to be tapping into that market.
You scared some people in the chat now talking about MetaMask and seed phrases. So this is going to be a Sensei chat that we're going to have to just talk about this whole thing. Let's do this. So we've talked a little bit about what inspired you. We've talked about the project, what you guys are trying to achieve. How far are you along? And what stage are we currently in right now? Or have you guys launched? Are you going to launch soon? Is the development ready where you can actually on launch day, someone can go in and start building? Where are we right now?
Yeah, it's a really, really, really good question as well. So I would say we're probably about 6 to 8 months. I don't like to say a specific date because the problem is with game development, if anyone's been involved, you just got even general development, but game development in particular is a tricky one.
So I'd 6 to 12 months, basically. I mean,
6 to 9 months before releasing. In my mind, closer to 6, but to be releasing what I call the first version of the world, and it's like it doesn't stop from there. It is an ever-evolving world because that's when users come in, they start creating content. We find thick forces as well at play that kind of encourage people to work together in certain scenarios, and it will have certain tooling, example like our builder tool and so on. And that's somewhere 6 to 9 months away. Between now and then, we will be releasing some of these gaming experiences that I refer to as kind of standalone. The first one being Snow Crash, and Snow Crash is a snow sports game. Think of like SES Tricky meets Road Rash for any of those OG gamers out there. SSX Tricky was like an Xbox 360 kind of OG game, be like late 2000, early 2010s maybe. And Road Rash is like probably like a 90s beauty on PlayStation 1. Yeah, so it's like
I was playing.
It's like that, but like high quality graphics, right? It's those two sort of game styles. So that'll be released in Q1. In Q2, we'll be aiming to release like a shooting experience. And the idea is that actually we'll have these little arenas that people can kind of use the builder tool to drag and drop certain things to build their own little arenas and then shoot it out. And then Q3 is the aim to release the actual kind of, like I said, the first iteration of the world with those games and one more. And there we go.
Are you currently, the project 6 to 9 months away, a lot of stuff in development. When you guys launch, all the technology will be completed. Obviously, there will be, the roadmap, updates, upgrades. What else is important about the future of Neolyfe 2? Like what is, besides getting the product, the most valuable product out, what is, the next maybe 2 or 3 other things that are just as important as the launch and everything else to you?
What I really would like to see happen, and one of the big goals has got to be a user adoption, obviously getting users in, getting players in to create experiences and start to actually build the kind of digital economy of Neolyfe up, right? Like that, to me, like people have asked me, well, what does, you could say, well, you're building a world, so you could be building a world until you die. So like what does success look like? And I think that's usually my answer in terms of what's really important is, that we're building a digital economy that's thriving, which users are actually kind of monetizing and kind of doing well for themselves. Like, to me, success is that somebody builds a game or an experience in Neolyfe and like basically like builds like profitable business for themselves and does very well, right? Like that's what I would consider like a kind of one of the big goals for Neolyfe beyond its launch.
So if somebody comes in and creates a $1 billion game on Neolyfe, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, when transactions are happening in that particular game, you know, is the platform making money? Is there like a split with revenue?
Yeah.
You know, I'd imagine there obviously has to be, right? Because
Yeah.
you know, paying your team is super important, and good people don't work for free.
No,
And
they
so,
don't.
you know, what most people don't understand is how projects usually get money, or way projects can get money is by dumping the token. And
Mhm.
if they don't have good use cases around bringing money into the project, like subscriptions and revenue sharing, you know, that could be a pretty bad thing that could affect your livelihood, right? So
Yes. Yeah.
what are those you know, safeguards when it comes to Neolyfe, and what does that split look like?
Yeah, brilliant question. I would imagine some founders probably struggle to answer this. So for Neolyfe, like it's a 5% fee that we
Okay,
would look to take.
that's not
Yeah,
bad.
no, not all. So 95% would go back to the creator, right?
Okay.
So you know, it generally speaking, I did some basic maths for us. Obviously, I need to set KPIs for my team and so on as well. And actually, somebody else can check my math. Right now, we're a lean team, believe it or not. I mean, we started with a team of about 18, 19, just natural attrition, people going to different opportunities and so on, and us becoming more efficient in certain areas. We're a team of about 12 now. We're very lean, but we've been developing like, you know, up 2 years at this point. So we're not like a super expensive team. Like my team, you know, is in the vicinity of the $50,000 to $60,000 a month mark, which for a business is not bad at all. It's not super low, but it's pretty lean, especially for like a virtual world development team. Up until this point, it's been self-funded, meaning that we have got very far down the line in terms of our development without taking another dollar from anywhere else, like from users, from VCs or investors. So it means that we don't have a lot of those pressures that a lot of other projects have. You know, the VC space. There's a lot of positives that come with VCs, like for example, they know are good people and whatever, and they're able to help you market a lot and so on. But it comes with a lot of additional pressure. Certainly, sell pressure onto the token. So we don't have some of those pressures. Is one, we're quite lean as a team, as two, but also very much to the third point around the revenue streams. From our perspective, you know, quick math would tell you it'd be about 350,000 a year at current team size, dollars, and you know, I say that, sorry, about £350,000, about $500,000, maybe a year max, I would say. And if we have all we need for that is about 2,000 users, right, paying $30 a month, and that should give us. I'm worried I've got my math wrong now, but that should give us about $60,000, right? I haven't got my spreadsheets in front of me.
You're good.
But 60. So that means that all we need is 2,000 paying users. When you think that Roblox and Fortnite have like hundreds of millions of daily active users,
Yeah.
you know, is not a huge amount for us to work towards. And between sort of now and then, me and my partner have been funding, and obviously anything else that we bring in is just additional support to kind of build the marketing wheel to get user acquisition. And obviously the subscription is the long term. The short term is we still have sales schedule, right? Which just helped kind of get us to that holy grail of 2,000 to 3,000 users at $30, for example, of like sales of land, of sales of vehicle, of sales of wearables, and so on and so forth. So yeah, that's
not a crazy goal.
No, I don't think it is. No.
And is that subscription, the fee that you just talked about, it was you said $30? Like, is that to come in and start building a world, or like how does it cost more than that? Like,
it's free to come in and
okay,
yeah, and build and use everything. That what the $30 gives you is perks. So there's an entire economy here, right? Like if you want to build, you have to run over this biome, you have to chop these trees, and then you take the wood and you process the wood to give you planks of wood that you can build with, right? That's just an example journey, right? Now, it might take you an hour to process that wood in the machine, but if you have your subscription perk, that machine will be much quicker for you, right? So we are giving you still get access to the same things, but you get perks for paying. Right?
What is your time worth, right? You're gonna spend $30 so you can speed everything up so you can go, do other things or create your world just as faster. So I love that.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Most people have like things that people will never buy and they expect, them to sell millions of dollars worth of it. You're actually offering a real simple thing here. We're just gonna make things faster for you. So that's actually a really
there are other perks, but that's a really good example. I think the game designer I've worked with for 2 years, right, by his mind, he's a traditional game designer. He's built quite a lot of gaming economies. Me, by my mind, I'm like decentralized kind of NFT, blockchain gaming, Web3, and the two just they clash like hell. So for the last 2 years, we've been kind of clashing like hell to arrive at a point where we're both sort of happy that, well, hang on a minute, if I'm paying, I deserve these perks, because in a decentralized NFT world, that's where it works. But in a traditional gaming world, you don't want to hammer it so aggressively that you discourage gamers from playing. They should be able to access pretty much almost the exact same things. But the way that it's accepted by gamers is that if I don't pay to kind of keep the game going and I'm just a free-to-play player, then I either don't look as cool or things don't happen as quickly for me. And that's generally like widely accepted. So we've kind of blended the two quite nicely. So yeah, that's where we're at with it.
All right. So let's do this. Before I show the example on YouTube, you're the founder of Neolyfe. There's going to be questions that I just don't know to ask you. I think that we've covered it pretty well.
Amazingly, yeah.
What am I forgetting? What am I missing that's most important to you that we haven't covered yet?
To be honest with you, like in terms of the project itself, like covered everything amazingly. I think obviously like one of the big things that like I guess the only thing really that I could say is that our goal is to introduce and start to kind of have some contribution rounds towards the early token raise in the coming kind of months. And I think, well, within the next 1 to 2 months, really. And this is another way that we're going to kind of continue to help with our bootstrapping into launch as well, right? Like we're going to get there anyway, but this will help. So that's also coming up. So we are working with Neolyfe, yeah. Okay. So you may have also spotted the similarity in names.
I did. I did it, but I didn't know. No one's told me for sure, or if they did, I haven't. That part of my brain I've just closed off. So I'm playing that I've just found out, right? So
So
talk to us,
yeah, for sure. So so for those of you who don't know, I'm kind of a silent sort of partner. I have interest in Neolyfe.
I did know that.
Yeah, I didn't. So to be honest with you, it's not. I don't aggressively become involved in there. I purely kind of advise Ben and like some of the other team on certain things where it's mostly they don't need me at all anymore because But I think it's good to sometimes have that kind of founder perspective as well from time to time from the Chain Guardians. I think that a lot of the team on Neolyfe work with me as part of Chain Guardians. We built a launchpad protocol there that did very well called Chain Boost. And, that was, kind of where the natural sort of transition occurred through the separation. And, Ben and the team have done an amazing job. I've really had very little involvement. I want to underline that. And I'm really proud of those guys. But yeah, that it's a natural for me to be part of what they're doing there. And Neolyfe will without a doubt be doing its raises through that protocol.
Love that. And big shout out to Ben and Ryan and the whole team, Andrea. I mean, great people to work with. And I've had a lot of just, personal private conversations with Ben. He's one of my favorite people to talk with. And he just cares. Like he gives a shit about your well-being, which is really
yeah. I mean, Ben was actually the CMO on Chain Guardians and honestly, like we had so many kind of points where like he's such an advocate of the community, and I loved him for that. But sometimes from a founder's side, it can lead to kind of some conflict. So we've had some good kind of butting heads too. But I absolutely love him, and he's always coming from a good place. That is for sure.
Yeah. All right. So we're doing raises here through Neolyfe. Did you see other platforms? Did I miss that?
Yeah, so I'm in conversations with a couple. It's early doors. Principally, my goal is to do a very small kind of community, really sort of exclusive community round. Very small FDV, very low token price opportunity, and then use that to propel into a public. Now, I suspect that Neolaunch will probably want to do a proportion of both rounds to some extent, depending on their member uptake. But Neolyfe itself, we have a fairly reasonable sized community. We have 7K in Discord. We have a mailing list of about more than that. I think it's like 10, 15K.
That's good.
Over 1,000 people claiming that they want to obtain land and so on. So we have a good community base there. And this is really pre-marketing of any sort of type, really. Speaking with you, speaking with Lady Trader a little bit, and obviously a few bits that I've done with Neolyfe, a couple of emails. That's about it. So we really do need to ramp up a bit on the marketing side, but generally speaking, I'm confident that we can do a pretty quick and small community round to propel us into a little bit more of an aggressive public round.
I love that. So let's take a look. I'm gonna bring up the YouTube page, and you tell me what you want me to play here. So I'm on the Neolife's YouTube page. Which video or videos do you want to show the community?
Well, I think everybody will probably enjoy the jetpacks and the motorbikes, for example.
Send it.
Yeah, because who doesn't love jetpacks? So. And you can see like a little bit of like some of the city area, for example, as well. And you should be able to see a motorbike.
Turn down a bit. Sorry. I have my YouTube volume just jacked up. What's over here? Like, where is it? Okay. All right. Okay. And then let's go ahead and exit that out. Let's go back here. Or is there anything? What else do you want to show us? The snowboarding, maybe?
Yeah, so if you go to the snowboarding, this is the first gaming experience. Yeah, I think that's a song actually. That's an official theme tune. I think they wanted to write that.
I'm just gonna turn the music a bit here.
Yeah, but that's our official theme tune.
Okay. All right. Well, then we'll crank it up then, man. Oh man, this brings back so many memories.
So there has been improvements since this time, but in general you can see it's high quality. But we've improved the UI and
smoothed it out a bit. I got you. Yeah, I mean, this is in development, guys. Right? It's it's not going to be your $100 million AAA rated game, right? So just understand that. So,
but if you go to the fall asleep with you see the fall asleep with waves all night long Neolyfe, for example, that's just one of our biomes,
Where is it? Where am I missing it?
Like it's the that one there, yeah. You've got your mouse over it.
That's why I'm not seeing it. I have my mouse on it.
Yeah. So this is just one of our biomes, for example, and you can see this is in world. This is not like anything. This is not fake. This is in-world real footage. And actually on our Twitter you will see that there is a video where one of our avatars is running through this, right? So this is Carlos. This is Carlos's handiwork, actually, so to speak. And we can create these environments and en masse with clicks of buttons because of the tools that Carlos has made, and that we can give users to also create. So imagine you kind of run over with your character, you gather the sand, you take the sand, you farm it, take it back, you process it, you get your glass, voila, economy. So you can kind of see how that works. But yeah, I think that on here there is also there should be a teaser trailer, but I can't see it in this list. So
okay, let's go back to home here. Is this it? Snow Crash teaser trailer. This one?
That's the Snow Crash teaser trailer, but there's an actual wider teaser trailer. They should probably do a bit of work to organize this. Can you click the right button, on the far right?
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah. Can you go further, or is that it?
No, that's it. I mean, when you go to videos, it brings up all of this stuff, but I don't know. When did they release it?
There we go. There we go. If you go, you see the one with the guy with the cap, the one below him on the left.
This one.
Yeah, the one below that.
Oh, the one below that.
That's where Cap's playing. Yeah, that one there. Here we go.
All right, here we go. Let's turn this up, people. Oh yeah, you can see the snowboard stuff looks cleaner in this one.
And this is all in engine footage, like everything you see. So none of it's like none of it's faked. You know, none of it's CGI. It's all in engine footage. So
would you say that without Unreal Engine, it'd be difficult to do what you're doing right now? Do you think they've opened up a new way for people like yourself to create new worlds and new use cases? Because I think the technology is pretty incredible where we used to be and where we are today.
Yeah, 100%. They are in many ways. I think what Mark Zuckerberg was trying to do in capturing the metaverse space, I think Tim Sweeney and Epic are kind of doing that from an infrastructure level, but they still rely on really high quality game makers, content creators, and so on to be creating worlds like we are with the tools that they're creating. So yeah, it's is the answer to that question. Yeah,
I got you, brother. All right, man. Well, hey, why don't I give you final thoughts, final things you want to say to the community, and then we're going to move on to some crypto news. So, the floor is yours, my friend. Anything you want to say in your final words?
Yeah, honestly, just really sort of like quickly, really, thank you so much for having me. I can't, underline enough like how kind of appreciative I am, and like how much I've actually enjoyed like sort of getting to know you over the recent weeks as well, just generally as a person. Community and obviously all the viewers, to your community and all the viewers, thank you so much for taking the time to learn about Neolyfe and have me on the show. It really obviously also means a lot. I would love to kind of share more with your community over the coming weeks about opportunities if they're interested in getting involved.
Absolutely.
It'd be great to kind of continue to grow our community, and any sort of support that they can give to us on social media as well would be amazing. We'll definitely need to ramp up the marketing efforts, and also shout out, like I said before, to the Neo Launch guys. They're doing a great job over there. I'm really proud of them. They're working super hard. It's tough to be doing any sort of crowdfunding related activities and community building during a bear market. Believe me, I've done it for long enough. So I'm proud of the efforts that they're going to. And also thank you to kind of Lady Trader, who's been helping me a lot too. And I know you have a great relationship with her. And another gentleman called John, who's going to be working with me closely as well to try and gather some attention to Neolyfe. So yeah, that's it from me. Thank you so much.
We got all the credits. I love it, man. All right. Well, community chat, just give a big final, thanks to Robbie for his time. Obviously, we went through some incredible questions. If you haven't learned anything in the past hour, you weren't listening, because there's a lot of really great information that he provided. And so I just want to thank you for your time. Obviously, we'll share all the links, we'll share all the information. And of course, when it comes time, we will present it to the community, and whoever is interested, obviously they can jump on. So thank you so much, man. I hope you have a good weekend, and we'll talk in chat after. Okay.
100%. I'll be watching the remainder. So thank you very much. Take care. Bye bye.
All right. So we're going give me a second. Okay. The chat, if you were here at the beginning of the chat, you know that my Sensei chat is actually on my brand new laptop, which the sound is not going so well. So what I'm going to try to duct tape it first, which means I'm going to bring the other laptop up, put it right next to this laptop. I'm going to try to do the voice and the just bear with me. Okay. I think I can make this work. As I say that, I'm already knocking my focus right off my desk. Give me 1 second. All right, Luda, not yet. We still have a little bit more work to do, sweetheart. Lay back down. We're not going anywhere yet. Okay, let's pull up the laptop here. Let's see if I can join and mute this one and then give you. I think I could do this, I think I can. Let's mute this. Let's mute it, and we'll stop the camera on this one. Enter studio. Okay. Oh, there we go. Now it's muted. Present. Share screen. It won't let me share the screen. Hold on 1 second. If not, well, I'm just gonna take your requests and go through some stuff that I don't off the top of my head. So if I can't fix this in just like 2 seconds, we'll move on. Just bear with me. Instagram disconnected. That's fine. Remove. There we go. Remove Instagram. Okay. So allow. Enter studio. Okay. So this is very strange to be looking from 2 different perspectives. Hold on. Okay. So present. Share screen. Why won't that work, dude? All right. Obviously, I have things that I have to work on with my new laptop. So I do apologize. Oh, temporarily allowed. All right. I just need to work on this. All right. We're back. That's not going to work. I couldn't help myself. You know, they had this new MacBook Pro with the M4 chip, and I was like drooling. And so on like the second to last day, my Christmas was, I spent I went to California on the 22nd of December and I left the 28th. And in that time, over those 6 days, I spent 30 hours in a hospital. And so it was very difficult for me and my family. And when I got back, it was really, really, really hard to process all of that. And so I just wanted to make myself happy. And what I did is I went out and bought a new MacBook Pro. And so I have to work on that so it can be up to the level. And I do apologize. I think I was just really excited to start using it. So let me do this. Let me share my screen. Let me share my screen, and we'll try to jump into some of this here. Let me see. Add a stage. Okay, cool. We have the Neolyfe stuff up. So am I good? I'm better than I was. Can we call it that? I don't think for the next few months, this year is going to be tough. But I got a lot of really great people around me, a lot of really great people in my community, and a lot of people supporting me in my personal life. So I couldn't ask for more support. It's just how I mentally deal with it is the challenge. So let's do this. You can see my screen. Let's first start with CoinMarketCap. All right. And, let's take a look at where we are in the market right now. We have a global cryptocurrency market cap of 3.66 trillion. Okay. Which is pretty nice, right? Obviously, at the beginning of this whole bull market, I thought that maybe we could get to like 6 to 8 trillion. I still think that is a very real possibility. If we get higher than 8 trillion, I will be extremely happy. And I think all of you will be too. And, if you make a lot of money this bull market, part of it will be that you got lucky. But a big part of it will be that that you were prepared, that you were following the right people and you were getting the right information, right? Because getting the wrong information in the crypto space or getting not the clear picture in the crypto space can often shift your views and how you think about a particular project or use case. And so following the right people on Twitter, following the right people on YouTube and other places is just widely important, right? And if you follow the right people, you should have a very successful crypto bull market. So usually I plug Cryptonaires here, but you know what? I just want to say, if you need support in the crypto space, if you need help learning, if you need help growing, if you need a safe place to ask questions, we have a 5-day trial. You can link description down in the description. It's totally up to you. All right. So Bitcoin is up 10%. We just hit 10%, 104,000, looking pretty zesty. But you know what looks even better than that is XRP up 41% at $3.31. I was talking about somebody. I was talking to somebody the other day, and they know that XRP got me in the crypto space, and that I've been talking about XRP to people nonstop for the past 4.5 years. And for the past 4 years and maybe like 3 months, maybe, because the last 3 months things have really kind of started kicking up. So for that time, those people maybe have maybe thought I was wrong, right? Maybe thought I didn't see what I thought I saw. And we're not even really at utility markets for these cryptos. But I think, some vindication, I feel like, with some of the people I've gotten a few phone calls from friends telling me, thank you for recommending XRP. I know my best friend Mario has like 60,000 XRP or something like that, which he bought years ago. Now he has almost, over 200 grand. So, man, I bet he's feeling real good. So, just to see everything else pumping too, right? Dogecoin's up 23%. That's nice to see. I know a lot of people still hold Doge. Avalanche at $41. Chainlink here, $25. Man, if you have not seen this video that I put together about Chainlink, the DTCC, and XRP, you need to spend a little time checking this out. So it's this video right here, 54,000 views 2 days ago. Out of all of the videos on this page that you're seeing right here, this is the video I've spent the most time on. I feel in my personal life. This video I put together for a few weeks straight. I wanted to make sure that I got all of the pieces, and trust me, searching the entire database for Twitter, different search, the way that you search things in Twitter, and then I built the video. I was going to do the video, and then I closed the window and I couldn't reopen the window. So I had to go back and rebuild the video. So a lot of time and effort and energy went into this video, and it got a lot of support and a lot of really nice comments. And of course, some nice things people said. So go watch this video if you haven't. There's some really incredible things about Chainlink in there being the data layer for the DTCC, because, if you sell a stock in the real world, that data needs to instantaneously be updated in, on the blockchain world, right? And Chainlink is going to provide that Oracle data in order to do so. But for the, the buying and the selling and the tokenization of those assets, I don't know how. I'm not as familiar with Chainlink as I am XRP, so please forgive me if I misspeak here. But I'm not sure about Chainlink's ability to do tokenization. I don't know if they're working in that area, and I know that Ripple, Stellar, and a few of those other companies have been working in the tokenization space. Excuse me, I share the screen. I apologize. I just saw that. I got carried away talking. So don't forget about Chainlink. Don't sleep on Chainlink. I don't know how high it'll go in this bull market, but I can tell you this. Beyond a shadow of a doubt. When we get back into the bear market and we kind of reach the point where we're at an all-time low, I'm going to see how much money it'll cost me to pick up a decent bag of Chainlink. Because, at $16 billion market cap, I think this is probably a little bit light of where this will eventually be 5 to 10 years from now. We'll see, right? We got a bear market ahead and a lot of planning, but man, Hyperliquid went to 7.7 billion. It's just incredible to see protocols that are just, a few months old already creeping into the top 25. It's just truly incredible. Like, if you are not having fun in the blockchain space, I don't know what's going on with you. But man, Caspa 34% up. Love to see it. We called it at Cryptonaires at half a cent. We were talking about how important Caspa was in this bull market. I was talking about Caspa, God, I'd have to look inside Cryptonaires to really tell you exactly when this was, but 2023, maybe 2022. I don't know. The community can tell you. But anyways, Filecoin, absolutely. Anything in the top 100, guys, is going to be fairly safe. Ondo Finance, Ondo and BlackRock have a partnership. Gala Games, nice to see Gala at 4 cents. I'd love to see Gala at 10 cents. Gala at 10 cents actually pays all my bills for 1 month. Gala at 10 cents, give me 15 grand. Obviously there's tax, right? So 15 grand's more like 9-ish. So I'd love to see Gala reach 10 cents. Fart coin. It's a wild world we're living in. $1.4 billion market cap, up 70% for fart coin. Crazy shit, man. Crazy shit. Is this crazy or am I tripping? A little bit of both, maybe. Moto, great to see you, man. Let me just say, really nice to see you. I threw a hundo in 2 days ago, almost $600. What you investing in, Moto? I have 50K XRP. I'm planning to sell 10K. Do you think it's a good time? Smart. So listen, I can answer this question 2 different ways, and both answers are complete opposites of each other, right? If you feel that it's a good time to sell, then you need to follow what you think, right? Because I'm not a financial advisor. I can only tell you what I would do. So I'm a gambling man, and since I'm a gambling man, I would let it ride. I still think there's good market ahead, and with Trump coming in, a pro SEC administration, right? With America, that means banks in 2025 may start using crypto in their payment schemes. And that news could send, like if Bank of America started using XRP, in 2025, yes, it might not be, a utility price of what we're really trying to get to here, but just the FOMO of that like announcement could send XRP even like hard. Like that would send XRP like hard. Okay. So, I'm going to hold on personally. I think the inauguration coming up here in the US could play a pivotal role. It's in 3 days, right? It's like, holy shit, is that Monday? That's gotta be Tuesday, right? Or is that Monday? No, that's Monday. And that's why my wife has it off work. Oh, that's nice. Monday. Trump takes office Monday. So there's going to be a lot of things on his plate, but that means his administration takes office Monday. Okay. And we don't know what that's going to do to the market. If it's going to be good, if it's going to be bad, hard to say. All right. Now, the savvy investor in me, I have a few friends that are very tight when they come to investing. I know they would be telling me something completely different, like take the money, take it off the table. I don't know why I went in Southern accent on that. I do apologize, but I would just let it roll. My thing is, will XRP be at $3.30 a month from now, 2 months from now, or will it be higher? My internal, whatever this is inside is telling me, hell yeah, let's go. Yeah. Can't explain it any other way, man. Let's go. So, just really quickly, want to say what's up to everybody in the chat. War Daddy, good to see you. Nice to see you. Got Ariana modding the chat. Great to have you here, Ariana. Thank you. Justin's here. XRP Army, nice to see you, brother. I saw you in the chat. Moto, what's up? XCN. What is XCN, Moto? Let's take it. Oh, that's what you were up on. Yeah. What is XCN? XCN Moon predicted January 9th, 17th, 4 hours ago. Hold on, let me hear this. Oh, up 200%. Oh, fuck my life. I'm so sorry.
Right now,
I'm so sorry.
Once you get through this volume,
I'm so sorry.
At this 0.5, this is a very important spot right here.
Right here.
There's nothing else until you get up to the volume area.
I'm so sorry. Whenever I open a new window, I have to share that window, and I do apologize. Like that is completely my bad. It's been a day. If today it's been a day. So listen, XCN, great decision. Where did that come from? Is that something we talked about in Cryptoneers? Or is that something is this not the right SCN? Onyx coin, since it is an XCN. What am I tripping? Do I have the right token? Is this where I need to be? I'm so confused now. You guys confuse me. I thought we were talking about XCN. How do I lower the, man, I'm in the wrong thing. Oh, I was like, how do I lower the comment? I wasn't in StreamYard. I was watching the stream on YouTube. Like that's the day it's been for me. So just understand that. So how long do you realistically think it would take for utility to start kicking in? You're not going to see it this market. You're not going to see it this market. You might see it. You might see it like towards the end of the market. I was in a space earlier today with some really great minds in the crypto space, people that I think are qualified to talk about it, people that have been in the space for a long time, people that know what they're talking about. And some people are going to start shorting the market here. Or there's one guy in there. His name's Calvin, very smart trader. He's going to start shorting the market starting next month, right? He thinks the market's going to be over sooner than later. Now, if you ask somebody like Lady Trader, she will tell you September, October, and I'm kind of somewhere in between. I plan to be out of most of my crypto, maybe try to front run September. We'll see. Like, could be bad. Like usually summer months could be good. People are off. Some people are off. College students are off. Maybe they're buying crypto, and maybe we're running. We'll have to see. We got to wear this. We got to put it on, see how it fits. We don't know. I was watching Ted Lasso the other night. That's why I brought that up. Man, Ted Lasso. I think I've seen that show, I don't know, 10 times all the way through. Great show. I just love it. Anyway, back to your question. See that ADHD? It gets me sidetracked. Utility is something that you need like a global regulation standard. You need Basel III framework so banks can custody crypto. Okay. The first step here is multiple first steps here for people and for banks. Okay. You need the framework so banks can understand banks need to understand what cryptos are labeled, which type of tokens. Like, is this a utility token? Is this a stable coin? Is it a meme coin? Because each of those coins comes with certain risk. Usually a stable coin will have less risk if it's regulated, right? Like USDT, I wouldn't keep any money in USDT. Please, let me repeat that. I wouldn't keep any money in USDT. You have two other options, which are really great. RLUSD, which is Ripple stablecoin, which is on Ethereum and XRP, or you have USDC. There's also like Paxos and a few other tokens that are backed by real assets. Listen, if you haven't had an audit of your company in 11 years, and the last auditor left, stopped working, said, delete all of your posts about our audit, that scares me. So, like, I think banks will only hold tokens, stable coins that are up to a certain level. And I think that's why Ripple waited for NYDFS, New York Department of Financial Services. That's why I think they did that, is because they know that their customers are banks, financial institutions. And they know that if they want to use that token in their payment infrastructure, it needs to be up to the highest standard. Okay. Because if regulations do come in, USDT can't be used in US payment schemes, right? So it's really interesting. Okay. Because like part of me says, hey, this is more the speculation bull market. Next bull market is the utility bull market, right? But part of me says that, hey, if we can get regulation done quickly, how long will that take to actually kick in? Because you can pass a bill, but that banks need time, right? How long was MiCA approved? Like what day? Here, let's take a look, and I'll show you this just because this is really important here. So I'll share this tab. When did MiCA get actually approved by lawmakers? Lawmakers. Okay. And I still spelled something wrong. So check this out. This is what I'm talking about. The markets and crypto MiCA regulation was approved by the European Parliament on April 20th, 2023, and it went into effect at the end of 2024. So this took a year and a half to get through and actually start being use. So that amount of time is what I am worried about when you talk about utility in the US. Now, are banks going to wait for regulation to kick in? Or as long as they get the okay from the SEC that the SEC won't be kicking down their front door or stopping, all of their transactions if they start using crypto in their payments infrastructure, that could also be something that could be a catalyst that could send something like XRP or any type of US crypto that is in a bank payment infrastructure to really, really big prices in 2025. So we don't know how it's going to play out. Okay. But I hope I've given you enough information there that you can make a better decision about what you're about to do. Hey, XRP Army, thank you, man. Thanks for being here. You see Crypto Robbie, nice to see you, brother. Thanks for being here, Robbie. I know that's you, man. Thank you for being here. Sensei, what's your H-bar projection for this year? About? Love to talk about it. Man, okay. I think I need to go into the comments here in just a second, but let me answer your question here about H-bar prediction. First up, let's bring up the camera. Not the camera, but let's bring up the live chat here. Let's go back to here. Let's pull up HBizar. Man, I think I had HBar on an old wallet. I can't remember if I sold it or not. It's been so many. It's been like since the last bull market. 38 cents. Oh my God. Like, hello. Oh my God. Oh my God. 11/12/2023. When was the election? 11/5. Man, if you bought HBar right after the election, you are just doing a backflip because you have just, I mean, you got a nice little 5.5x going, almost 6x. 42 cents will be, I mean, 6.5 cents, right? But like if you were buying in here 4 cents, oh my God, like, hello. If you bought in here, I'd be feeling real good about my life. I mean, I don't think I'd be buying HBar right now. I still think HBar is going to do really well, but HBar could go past $1 pretty easily. I'd imagine. You're talking about just a 2.5x from current price. Why not? It's a U.S. crypto, asset, and those have been running really well. This is right after the election. This is what the election was right here, and as you can see, that once Trump was elected, you can see HBar just going straight up. Okay. So that played a large part in it, right? I don't know where the crypto market would be if Trump didn't win. Trump might not fit with all of my personal views about the world, but I'm glad that he's there, and I hope he does fulfill all the promises to the crypto community because that's vitally important. So we'll have to see, man. But I think you have a good one there, brother. I think you have a good one there. I'm a noob too. I've been sticking with mostly XRP, XLM, XCC, HBAR mostly. Just got some Flare and Casper and XCN. So Moto J, I don't know if you're still here, Moto, if you left. Those are all great assets, man. I don't know about the XCN. That's the first time I'm hearing about it. So as long as you feel good about it, but Ted Lasso rocks. Yeah, it does. Yeah, it does. You have some really good assets. Just remember that we are in a bull market. We will be in a bear market before you know it. Make sure to take profit, because if you don't, you're gonna be holding on to those tokens for 4 more years. Okay. There's some people believe that we're not going to experience bear markets anymore. I still think we're still going to be in markets, right? Because listen, the stock market is a fully evolved market, and they go through ups and downs because the economy goes through ups and downs. People go through ups and downs, right? So hard to say that there won't be ever bear markets, because I think we're still going to be in that reality. ETFs. Now, I think we will see ETFs sooner, hopefully. Silent Lamb, I think you're right. I think we will see XRP, Solana ETFs before you know it. You might see Bitcoin, Ethereum together ETFs before, right? Because right now you have Bitcoin spot, Ethereum spot. You might have Bitcoin, Ethereum spot ETFs first, and then XRP and Solana. The reason why you might have that, because obviously these are already approved, and just combining them, very simple, right? It's incredible what you can do, right? And you can batch tokens too. Imagine, like Lady Traders always talked about having meme coins as an ETF, right? The highest big meme coins, and you never know what's in front of us. But anyways, Kevin, every cycle people say a cycle. Yeah, dude. Listen. I know that you think the cycle is not going to be the same. Without a shadow of a doubt, I'm going to sell all of my assets. Okay. When I think it's at the top or when we're getting close to the top. And I hope I timed that right. And if I didn't, I'll still be doing extremely well with the money that I took off the table. And I'll use that money to just do what I do best. Be in the right place at the right time, right? Because even in bear markets, you can still find gold, right? And you can pick up things at extreme discounts. And I will be here through the entire bear market. I'll be doing sensei chats. I will be, making content. I will be researching. I will be taking my game to the next level. And I don't know what that next level is, right? Me 12 months ago, I feel way more comfortable in my own skin than I did 12 months ago because I'm putting the time in, right? And, if you put 10, 12, whatever, 14 hours a day into something every day, right? You get good at it. You get real good at it. And I know it when I see it. And I can give you an example from pretty recent. Let me show you this. All right. Let me go to Discord real quick. Let me show you something. All right. Okay. I need deck screener first. Give me a second. I gotta pull up something. Why doesn't my C work? Chorus. I mean, people know that I have been shouting from the rooftops about this project since it was originally found inside of Kryptonaires. Okay, since back here. I'll show you. Let me show you this. So here's Kryptonaires. If you're not familiar, this is a community that I've built with some really incredible people that have been with me for the past 3.5 years. It's been a journey. We've had some members that have been with us the whole time too. And hey, this is what we do best, is we find opportunity. So now, really quickly, I just want to go to the first, right? When was the first post? So big shout out to CC. So the great thing about working with some really smart people in the crypto space is they find projects, and what usually happens is I get sent stuff or it's posted in the community, and then I start looking at it, and then just from looking at 1,000 crypto projects, 2,000 crypto projects, 5,000 crypto projects, when you're doing this every day and you're looking at 5-10 new projects a day, right? It starts to add up, and you start to understand what is valuable and what is not valuable, right? And you can go through it quickly in your head and start to decide. So she posted this here on 12/27, says this is supposed to be the Spotify of Web3. This is one you probably have to watch closely if you invest. Okay. She posted this at 200K market cap. It was her first post. Okay. And then after she posted it, I found it. Okay. And then I started talking about it in Sensei chats. I started talking about it into the community, and I started posting more and more about it. The market cap still says 4.5 billion, but let me tell you that it wasn't 4.5 billion the whole time. And I've been posting about this regularly. I've been talking about it in every Sensei chat, and this is just an example of going from 200K to 5.2 million in the matter of, this first post was 12/27. That was 20 days ago. 25x, 20 days, easy money. Right? At 6 million, this will be a 30x. At 10 million, this will be a 50x. At 20 million, this will be a 100x, another 100x for this bull market. Do I think we'll get to 20 million? Let me show you what they do, and you tell me what you think. Okay. Now, I know if you've been with me, if you've been in Sensei chat for the past few months, damn, it feels like a week feels like a month, doesn't it? If you've been in Sensei chat for the past few weeks, you know that I brought this project up multiple times to you because I felt that it was important. I've talked about this project more than I've talked about any other asset besides XRP. Okay. That is facts. So here you go. Let me show you what it is. Now, you might think this is stupid, but I see money. when I first saw this platform, when I first opened this up, I saw money, right? And you know what? I'm going to show you the updates. I was going to talk about this today. So this is this is basically like, what they're trying to achieve is, you can have, you create songs. It's all done by AI, albums, playlists, and people are starting to pay attention to this. Now, of course, a lot of music is being created that nobody cares about, nobody's going to listen to, but as this grows, and it will grow, they do country. Let me just show you all the different. They play. Oh, I don't have a playlist. Okay, so they have different playlists. Okay, so people can create playlists. I got it. Okay, a lot of things here. They have stations also you can listen to, and what makes me frustrated is that I owned a lot more of this token. And I accidentally hit I sold 20 million tokens on accident one night when I wasn't feeling very well. And that 20 million tokens right now probably worth over 100 grand, 120 grand. I didn't realize it until the other day until I checked my Bullx account. And I was that moment when you just realize you cost yourself $100,000, what you do in that moment. There were some obscenities yelled. And I think I didn't have anything in my hands to throw. Good thing. I probably would have thrown something, but I'm good now. It's happened before. It'll happen again. I'm just glad to have my remaining bag. Okay. But the reason this is getting popular, this 4,000% increase since listing. I love how they're taking advantage. Anyways, let me show you here. I mean, this is starting to be talked about. This is only going to grow. We're implementing strict content moderation in the music generation process, right? Because they don't want, stupid shit to be put on there. I get it. They did a server upgrade. But here, I think this is what caused the pump. The Unicorn Fart Dust community created a song for their community. Anyways, I think this helped the pump, and I think, listen, you can see it building. Okay, instant music generation, anytime, anywhere, seamless sharing across different messaging apps, impress your loved ones with personal music industry. Right, you can create songs for your loved ones with no talent at all. It's kind of cool, man. Does this grow into $1 billion market cap? I don't think so. Right. Usually these types of things can, fizzle out. So I will take profit on my remaining bag. Don't get me wrong. I've still made, I don't know, maybe like 10, 15 grand so far. It could have been a lot more. And I just kicked myself for that. But the reason, check us out, on January 15th, just crossed 3,000 songs on our platform and amazingly leaped from just 600 songs a few days ago. And then I think they had an update after this that they're even higher now. It's just, this is something that's every single person can use it. It's unique. It only takes one song to go mainstream from this platform to send this thing to $100 million. I personally think that you will see this thing go to 20, 30 million easily. I don't know where it goes after that, guys, to just, be quite frank with you. But, there's a lot of other things in the crypto space that are at 500 million, $1 billion market cap, and they don't have half as much use case as this project has. I just think it's kind of cool. Now, there are a lot of companies doing similar things as this company is doing. But, it all is going to come down to how the Chorus team can market, how they can grow. And I'm a fan. I'm a big fan. So we'll see how it goes. You make the content sensei, I'll make the cocktails. Man, Justin, I appreciate that. UFD, that's awesome. Yeah, I mean, what would be a great target for this project? Hard to say, Kevin. Hard to say, man. I'm going to be holding probably past 10 million. I'll probably sell. I've got about, so I sold 25 million. I sold 20 million in that accident. Then I sold about 5 or 6 million. I I sold a little bit before that when it went to like 1 million. I think I have about 7 or 8 million tokens left, give or take. It's like 7.4 something. So about 7.5. Maybe it's worth 45 grand. If I would have kept the 40 million tokens that I had, that 40 million tokens would have been worth a few hundred grand at this point. So like, that's the important thing I'm trying to show you here is like within 20 days, I had the opportunity. If I didn't make mistakes, I had the opportunity to make 250 grand, give or take. Maybe it's like 220, right? But this is just one opportunity that's flowing through our community, right? There are other people that are posting other things and other things people are interested in. This is just what I care about right now because I'm still holding a decent bag and I think I'm going to make some decent money on this, right? So do what you do best, right? If what you do best isn't crypto, find somebody, maybe me, maybe somebody else that is full-time in crypto, that has the experience, that has the connections, right? That spend all of their day thinking about crypto. I'm in bed last night, couldn't sleep. I was up till 11 o'clock last night. I usually go to sleep at 9:30. I was thinking about crypto. I was thinking about my YouTube page. I was thinking about a video I'm working on. I take my sleep stuff, my regimen for sleep, and I just start thinking. And then like my body says, it's time for bed. It's time for bed. And my ADHD says, it's time to think. It's time to think. And, if you have it, you know what I'm talking about. If you don't have it, take my word for it. It's chaos is a good way to describe it. But it's fun chaos if you can put it together correctly. It's like it's a puzzle, and you're just trying to put the pieces in the right order to make it all fit. Sometimes the pieces come in all kinds of ways, and you gotta put those pieces together to make it all make sense. That's a good definition of an ADHD, thought process. So, anyways, if I join your Discord, do I get to chat to you directly? You can DM me anytime, and people do, right? Listen, I'll be 100% frank with you because that's what my dad would say. And since, he raised me for 40 years and he's still here, he still says the same thing to me every time. When I say like, I'm going to tell you the truth, he says, don't you mean you're going to be frank with me? And I say, what? He's like, that's an old person saying. Anyways, what were we talking about? Anyways, I got distracted. The Discord. That's how distracted I can get real quick. I am every day checking the Discord. And if you send me a DM, I will do everything in my power to get back to you. Some days I'm off. Like I have to take a day off. Some days I have medical appointments. If I'm not at a medical appointment and I'm not out like doing like Costco and that sort of thing with my wife, I'm at home. I'm on my computer. I'm on my phone. I'm online. And if you send me a DM, I promise I will respond to you. Yes. Now, if you send me 100 DMs in a day, every day, that's going to be very difficult for me. And I might put you on timeout. But, if you're talking to me in the Discord, if you're sending me a DM, yes, I'll get back to you. And I think people in my community will tell you that they can get a hold of me. I don't hide. Yeah, I will always get back to you. Now, if you're trying to sell me something I don't want to buy, I will not get back to you. All right. Listen, Army, you get a 5-day free trial, right? I know that. Oh, listen, use the code BULLRUN. First month is 50% off. So you get 5 days free, and the first month is 50% off. BULLRUN's the code. WAP.com/cryptoneers. Let me just show you where you sign up, just really quickly. I don't want you to get lost. I don't want you to get confused. But I am where I am today because of the people that I surround myself with. Did my internet go out? Man, my internet's been real spotty. Okay, here we go. We're good. Maybe it's WAP. All right, so here's WAP. You would come to WAP and you would just scroll down past all the amazing things that people have said about us, and then you would find a button that says kind of like join. I think because I'm logged in as the Cryptonaires. Oh, here you go. Just bottom join. You click join, and then it is $100 a month, $99 a month. And I know that can be scary for some people, and I know that could be maybe too expensive for some people. The reason behind that particular price point is I think that with all of the team members and community members and people working together, I think that is a valuable price point at the intersection of I don't want 10,000 people or 5,000 people in my community. If I make it $5, I'm going to be overloaded with people trading, $2 or $3. I want a community filled with serious people taking crypto seriously, because those people are going to provide the best information, with each other, right? And I've been in a lot of communities, and we might not be everything that you want. That's why you have a 5-day free trial to come in, talk with the community, see what it's about. If you find it has value, then you stay. If you don't feel that it quite has the value for you, then you leave, right? And yeah, that's it. Anyways, let's close that. All right, let's go back to, I want to go back to Twitter here, because I think that there's some things that we need to, there's a few things that I want to talk about before we get out of here today. And then I know that, I can ramble on sometimes, but let's just take a look at the notifications page here. All right. Man, I am thirsty. Not mentions. No, not mentions. I could get pretty crazy there. All right. I surf my my feed. I spent the last 3.5 years trying to follow the best people that I thought were the smartest people in crypto. And some of those people have provided early information to some pretty incredible projects. Some have provided a lot of scams and bullshit, a lot of paid stuff. But you have to see through the noise. You're looking for patterns. You're looking for people that have, clout, people that have accountability, people that are talking about the same thing. And sometimes you don't see a pattern, and sometimes it's just noise, right? But you'll start to get a flow, right? Like I'm looking like Merrick seeds 1.3 million market cap, 100x. Okay. So, and like, this is another thing too. Like I've seen these things, on what's it called? And I joined a few communities on Telegram that did this exact same thing. So this is somebody searching the token. You see this address here, and it pulls up Merck. This is not the community promoting that token or telling you to buy this token. This is a random person just trying to get information on this token. Okay. Now you might find that useful, but let me tell you, there's 100 other people all doing the same thing at once. Okay. You're not going to be able to see through all of that. Right. And you're just going to get a lot of scams and a lot of crazy stuff. And these are things you're not going to be able to watch. Now, if that's the type of community that you're looking for, by all means, but it's not something that, so you just got to be careful, right? Like you see how all he has here, all he's sharing is the address. So it's kind of shady to say that's a 100x call. It's not a call unless you tell your community that, hey, I'm buying this. I think it's good. That's a call, right? Anyway, I'll get off my soapbox. I just get frustrated because I see it all the time, man. And, even I'm attracted to it, like a fly to, wait, is it a fly? Mosquito. No. What is attracted to the light? I don't know. Whatever the bug that's attracted to the light. You know what I'm saying? The bug and the light. Yeah. I'm like that. Solana Pay is the future of finance.
I gotta get this to go with this. Yeah, what are you paying with? Oh, we're paying with Phantom. He's paying with Phantom. He's paying with Solana because that is the future of finance.
That's he's not wrong. He's not wrong. A lot of things. Limit LMT limit is unbothered today, sitting strong, ready for the next leg up. So be like a giant in the making. LMT. See, like okay, like I know this person has posted some good stuff, and I know they posted a lot of things that have gone to zero. So I'm going to look at what this person's talking about. 208 million. Okay. So like something like this, I'm not too interested in. Like if I knew about this on December 3rd or 4th, yes, I'd be interested. But like once you get past a certain point here, like at 208 million, it's just too much for me. Like I'm not going to invest money in something I can do like at 2 or 3 or 4x, and I just don't care about it. Like I'm more interested in right now is taking the risk, taking the swing. What the fuck is this about? Technology has evolved as predicted. Okay. Okay. What is Limitus? Is a voice-driven automation platform that helps you manage financial operations, performs day-to-day tasks, and retrieves real-time insights while you're ensuring your data remains private and secure. Is it Litmus? Limitus? I don't know what the name of this is. Is designed for individuals and professionals who want to automate tasks, real-time data, and streamline operations. Like, hey, cool. This is something that would have been really nice to know, a few weeks ago. And I don't know if people in Cryptonaires were talking about this a few weeks ago. I have no idea. I'm not going to search it, but this is back to what's called. Oh shit, I'm not live streaming anymore. Let me get better. I don't know why I just stopped streaming. Hold on. Sorry, let's get back to it. All right, so we're back on Twitter. We're back looking for gems. Like this is what I spend all day doing. This is what I do. Moth to a flame. Mark, thank you, bro. Meat, thank you. William, thank you, bro. I'm struggling today. It's been a day, bro. It's been a day. I'm telling you. I woke up this morning and my wife's like, "Hey, you remember that you're taking Luna to the groomers?" And I was like, "What?" And that was at 9. I had to pick Luna up at 11. Then I had an 11 o'clock appointment with somebody else to, it's so funny. My Web 2 friends, that I've known for quite some time, when they have crypto, when they're thinking about bringing their business from like the Web 2 world to the Web 3 world, everyone just sees the crypto pump and says, "Hey, my business might do good in the crypto space." And so they want to book a call and talk to me about, what it takes to launch a crypto project, like realistically. I lay it out for them. And after we're done talking, they tend to go the other way. So I think it's fun. So Hashcash, ICP ecosystem. Yes, we know. I thought this was a cool tool. Like, I think this is going to be big. And personally, I think this can be big. Excuse me. Let me rephrase what I'm saying here. So, let me show you what this is first. Let me share this tab. So Trench Buddy. So this was originally founded at about 5 million. It went down. It went like we found it around here. It went back down to like 2 or 3 million. Then this thing spiked up to crazy numbers, went to 8.7 million. Now we took a big sell off here. We're back down. I think people are trying to figure out if they want to be in or out of this. But what it does is the more interesting part of this. So let's talk about what this does. So ultra fast AI ML powered alpha with social edge. Your AI agent joins a swarm of intelligent agents powered by our custom ML scanner that delivers alpha before blocks finalize. Personal AI agent, social trading, 3 second from block to bot. So this is interesting to me. Oh, the dev's pushing an update. I can't show you it. I can't show you it. Shoot. Oh wait, maybe I can. Oh, I gotta be on. Sorry, guys. For some reason, when I stream on multiple platforms at once, I have to stream from Brave. The functionality I want to show you where my wallet is on Firefox. So I can't show you inside of this. But what I can tell you is it has a UI where you can kind of search what you're looking for, and you can kind of go from there. And it basically does a lot of the work for you. So if you are a meme coin trader, a trench person, an AI agent, you're looking for hot new projects, you need 500,000 of this token. That's the use case. You need 500,000 tokens to start using all of the platform. Okay, this is what it looks like. All right, cool. I love this. Let me show you. Oh, it says 5 minutes.
Easy startup, Trench Buddy, is the degen mode terminal. There's multiple themes if you're a premium holder right now.
Okay, this is actually useful. I think I need to come back and watch this, but this is what it looks like. Let me.
Now I'm in the matrix theme. I like it because it's cool. You'll start out here on the filter panel. What all these tokens are basically tokens that have been flagged by our network because wallets in our network that have been processed using ML have been deemed to be good wallets that are.
So it's tracking how many like wallets, good wallets, bad wallets. You can customize all of that. Listen, I'm gonna let this play. I'm gonna go get a drink of water, and I'm gonna be right back. I feel like there's more in me that I want to share, and as long as you're here with me, we're gonna learn and do it, and we're gonna grow together. So let me just make sure I'm streaming the right thing for it. Okay, I am. Let me play this. I'm going to get some water. I'm going to let you listen to this and why I think this could be next generation. Let me back it up a bit though, so we don't skip anything. I think it's important. I think we're good like right here, so you don't miss anything. All right. What he says. I'm invested in this. Like I am I've got about 800,000 tokens, which isn't a ton, but you know, it's not nothing. Let me play this.
What up? It is your dev here, Trench, if you want to call me that. So what you see here after you start up, Trench Buddy, is the degen mode terminal. There's multiple themes. If you're a premium holder right now, I'm in the matrix theme. I like it because it's cool. You'll start out here on the filter panel. What all these tokens are basically tokens that have been flagged by our network because wallets in our network that have been processed using ML have been deemed to be good wallets that have purchased this token if it's green. Now there's some wallets that have been flagged as bad wallets or wallets that typically buy tokens you want to stay away from. Those are red. Right now we're in rings mode where you can see the token icon looks kind of like a molecule and then they just rings around the molecule. We also have dots mode, which many people prefer, where you can see that each green dot is in a ring. Please note that there is, however, a max rendered ring setting because sometimes people don't like to, like if there's 30 good wallets or something like that, there might be too many rings. Anyway, what you'll see here are all the features. So right now you can basically choose a market cap range. Let me just go back to the dark theme. That's probably what you'll be seeing. You can choose a market cap range. So right now the tokens on your screen are between 20,000 and 2.5 million market cap. We have presets here, or you can drag it. And as you drag them, you certainly see that more and more coins get added. And that's because the wider the market cap range, the more coins there are. You can also filter by the minimum number of good wallets. Now, good wallets equals confirmation signal. We actually typically restrict you to 2 good wallets as a minimum because we want basically a little bit of confirmation before we feel comfortable recommending something to you. If you want to be even more sure, you can set the minimum good wallets higher. If you want to be less sure, then you can set it lower. This will be a premium feature over here, the pump fund creator filters, but you can see that already when you hover over a token, you can basically get the pump fund creator stats really quickly, which is really good for seeing, if you have a serial creator who creates the same coins, then it's kind of bad. So you can turn this up and you can basically see, okay, these people have created minimum this many coins, or you can turn it down. And you can also filter by the number of coins bonded. Please note that if a coin was not on Pump Fund, these filters don't apply. We want to make sure you will still be able to see it. And we will add a Pump Fund only flag as well if people just want Pump Fund or don't want Pump Fund.
Listen, I know that most of you aren't invested in this, so I'll leave it there. But you get the general idea of what this does and why this could be a powerful tool to use out here in the crypto space. Okay. I know that a lot of my community trades meme tokens. This is a tool that I think that I can use to be better at what I do is finding gems. Okay. And yeah, it's called Trench Buddies. Trench AI. It's called Trench Buddies. Here, I'll give you the DEX, brother. I'll give you the DEX. I don't want you to buy the wrong thing. I've shared it in Cryptonaires too, but here it is, brother. This is it. Here, this is what you want. Trench. This is on a huge dip right now. I don't know if you're interested, but I think this has value. Here is the DEX if you're interested. But yeah, go take a look, man. I'll give you the Twitter too. Just as we're watching this, I'll give you this so you don't find the wrong thing. But I think this is cool, man. I got a position. I'm gonna hold the position. If you want to know how much my position is, I mean, I can give you that. I can be transparent. Let me just tell you. Oh shit, my Trench Buddy is in my Phantom wallet. Hold on. It's about $5,000. It's about $5,000. Okay. So nothing crazy, but I have enough to use all of the features on the platform. Right. I don't know. As more people find this tool, will more people FOMO in, right? It's a risk. Always a risk. Risk with everything, guys, especially in the crypto space. But I like it. So it's a cool feature. So let me go back to Twitter. Let's go back on the grind. So Trench Buddy, another thing that people always ask me, like, what am I buying right now? Like that, I bought some of that recently. Both going a lot higher. You got GLL, MLG, and GG. 4 million market cap, GG. Let's see what GG's about real quick. So, I mean, this is, I know this can be a little exhausting for some. This just actually January 6th, this has been out for some time. Wow. High of about 8 or 9 million, came back down, hit some resistance, came down. Oof. You knew you were going back down when you try to come back up and you couldn't, right? Couldn't break this resistance, just came back down. This might be a good time to take a look at this. 4 million. I'm gonna add this to my watch list. This might be a good time here. We'll see. Maku's up 29%, 100K. Rough, bro. Rough. See, like, this is an example of something that it was a great idea. You know, whales actually ended up killing this project, I think. And it's sad to see, man. It's sad to see. Anyways, let's get back to it. Back on the grind. So we took a look at GG. Pump Gods, AI Battle Arena, not interested. See, I'm only looking through, I'm not looking through regular Twitter here. I'm looking through all the people that I'm following with the bell notification on. Like I said, I spent the last few years trying to build up the right following, and I'm always adding new people that I feel are putting good stuff out there. But this could get exhausting. I hear you. Let's go back to the chat. We'll answer some questions, but that's what I do on a daily basis to find gems. From that circulating supply with all the banks and everyone using XRP, what is your rough daily transaction value? Oh, what are we trying to let's do a fun exercise. If XRP has 100 billion max supply, how many will they keep and how money will circulate? So there's only like, what, 12, 13 billion XRP left on exchanges? I'm actually working on a video about this. Actually, this is one of the things I was thinking about last night. It's kind of fun. Like, what, you know, when you're you know, making content and like you put your heart and soul into something and like 5 people are watching, 10 people are watching it, like, it's hard, you know. And I'm glad I stuck with it, because let me tell you, I've learned so much and I'm having a lot of fun. But you start to think on like, you know, how could I put this, you know, in a video and explain this that people will find value from it, right? Or how, you know, how will people get maximum value from it? And I'm doing a video on kind of what you're talking about here. But the question is, there's only like 12 or 13 billion XRP that's actually on exchanges. That's the XRP that's left for the rest of the world at this point, right? Ripple has their escrow. That escrow is locked. Every month, a billion is unlocked, and then they lock it back up, right? And that's on, I think, a 48-month rotation or something like that. Once that XRP is off, like gone off exchanges, right? That's it, right? There's not 100 billion XRP left. There's 13 billion. And I think people get this confused and wrong all the time. So, yeah, like the video, guys. Appreciate it. Is XRP to block countries banned from... So, Colombo. Oh, hey, Colombo. Good to see you, man. Big shout out to Colombo. So, Colombo, so you got to separate Ripple and XRP. And a lot of people make this mistake. So, Ripple is the blockchain infrastructure company building on the XRP ledger. Now, their technology stack is on the XRP ledger. It uses XRP to facilitate all of the things that it does. Okay. Now, Ripple, the company, probably can't work with Russia, China, right? Well, listen, I know that Russia is building a payment system with BRICS. And I know that Ripple has gone to Russia before all the stuff happened with Ukraine. And I know that Russia's been moving forward with the CBDC. And it does feel like it could be based on the XRP ledger. But anyways, to circle back, Trangolo has connections into China. You have connections in India. You have connections in Brazil, right? Ripple met with Brazil. So yes, you're going to see BRICS countries absolutely using XRP. Now, is that their own stack technology like mBridge that they've built out to work using crypto without Ripple or with Ripple? That's the two themes here, right? Yes, Ripple, the company, might not be able to go to Russia and work with the Russian central bank right now because all the stuff is going on globally. But Russia could build a payments scheme or system on the XRP ledger. Nobody can stop them. It's decentralized. So, any thoughts on Metallica's? I don't care. I'm not in it. I know people talk about it, and not to like be mean or anything. There's just only so much free time, and I don't know enough about it to give you a really smart, educated answer. So I'm just not going to even try, to be honest with you. I've heard people talk about it. That's as much as I know about it. Not that saying it's not good. There's just a lot of things that I don't know. And it'd be wrong of me to try to give you a half-baked, half-ass answer. All right. What else you guys got? You have the full attention. You're always going to get that from me. You might not like what the honest answer is, but I will be honest with you. That's all I have. That's all I have left. Well, I have a few other things, like got a phone, got a dog, got a wife, got a few computers, got an education in crypto, got my word. That's about it, man. Can't start losing those things. Those things are the most important things to me. On a personal note, what's up, XRP Army? You gonna hit me with something good? Look into castor oil for bone spurs. Yeah, you know what? You're not the only person that's brought that up to me. Actually, that was actually brought up to me by somebody else for something else for. But anyways, appreciate that. I will look into that. How would you invest 100 to 250 euro a month over the next 8 months to build out a wallet that will be solid for the future? So, Kevin, what I would do probably is I would save. So, Kevin, that's difficult, right? Because you're buying into the end of the market, right? So, like, you know, I know that whether some of the people that I follow think the market's going to be over in like the next 3 or 4 months. And some people I follow say like September, maybe October, if we're lucky. Right. So, you know, you just need to be prepared that you probably want to be out of your crypto by then, because the rest of the market's going to start selling off. And if you're still holding the bag, you're going to lose a lot of your money. You know, you could lose like 80% of your money, maybe more. So you might want to try to make profits and sell, you know, towards the end of the market and sit on that money, maybe use that money in your personal life to maybe better your life, better your situation, and then build a bag for the next bull market. And that's really what can, I think, take us to stupid prices, because at that point, it won't be we don't have regulation. Banks can't hold it. Banks can't custody it. Banks can't use it. Like, we'll be past all that. Right. And so it would be crazy not to be in a situation where we have utility. Now, how far has utility moved in the last 3 or 4 years when we get to 27, 28? That's a tougher question to answer, right? Of course, quicker regulation and lawmakers working with crypto companies to make sure that they don't fuck it up is important, right? How quickly that regulation is implemented, how quickly banks feel comfortable using it. These are just questions we don't have answers to. Like, we can guess, but it's just a guess. Rocket X or something, cross-chain router. Is my connection bad? My internet's been really bad, bro. So I apologize if it's bad. You like my seal? Yeah, I got to clean. I mean, if I could find the remote for the thing. I don't know where it is, guys. I don't know. This thing has been down now for some time. There's the little white remote. If anybody sees it, please let me know. I'm just kidding. I don't know. It's around here somewhere. But yes, there is an ocean behind me, and I can see it from, you know, any room. It's kind of nice, actually. Austin Paredes had a question. Oh, I missed it. Austin. Sensei, check my comment above. I'm sorry, Austin. It wasn't on purpose. Where's his question? Could someone just copy his question and give it to me again? I'm lost in the ether right now. Yeah, please, someone just can copy it over, please, and send it to me. I will answer it. Sorry, not sure if this is on your YouTube, but can I buy XRP on decentralized exchange? You can buy XRP in a lot of places. I think you can buy XRP on. Let's look, man. Let's look. I don't want to give you the wrong answer. I think you can buy it on I don't use Binance anymore, right? What is the Binance DEX that everybody uses or used to use that was like really popular in 2021? I can't even remember, bro. I haven't used Binance in so long because that's like so last bull market, right? Markets. This is what I was looking for. All right, show 100. All right, here we go. We got Binance up it, L-Bank. We're getting past the centralized exchanges, and we'll get down to the deck. Yeah, Pancake Swap. Buying on Pancake Swap. I mean, I don't know if WEX is a DEX. Might be. I think there's other places too, but you know, the lower you go down this list, the shadier those places become, right? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You've been in the space a long time. Hot coin, Whitebit's an exchange. Hard to say what other ones there are, but you know, Pancake Swap is a really easy one that you can, you know, that is trustworthy. Probably go there. It looks like you could buy it on Uniswap, but there might not be a BCS version. Yeah, so I mean, you're going to get a Binance version. You would need to move it. Like you can hold in the Binance version, I guess. It really doesn't matter. But yeah, I don't know. So some work. Let me try to get to Kevin's question real quick. Give me a second here. Pancake. Yeah, you see you're already in front of me, man. Where was the question I missed? Can somebody help me? Austin's comment is I can invest about. Oh yeah, I talked about that. I did talk about that. Remember I said that, you know, you're buying into, you know, the end of the bull market, and, you know, you just need to be cautious about that because he's going to be buying into the market for the next 8 months, and he's going to be buying into the tail end of the market. So I was just warning him not to lose all his money, right? We're good. But Ariana, you are on it. Love it. And DM'd it to me? Damn. Okay. You did. Look at that. Why do you think that Solana, with such a lower market cap, has such more of a significant price as compared to XRP? Well, so you know, it's all based. Let's pull this back up here. Let's get some information. Let's get some data. We need data, right? We need data. So you're talking about a comparison between XRP and Solana, okay? And now XRP and Solana. Now let me just go back to your question here so I could be exactly sure of what you said here. So your question was, why do you think that Solana, with such a lower market cap, okay, such a lower market cap difference is about 80 billion. So, okay, got that. With such a lower market cap, has such a more significant price compared to XRP. Oh, okay. So you're talking about circulating supply here. I see a lot of people are concerned market cap having different reflections, thoughts. So Austin, I think what you're talking about here is the circulating supply. I think that's what we're talking about here, right? So Solana, correct me if I'm wrong, has an infinite supply, like Ethereum, right? Am I tripping? I don't think I am. Let me see. Let's see, website, socials, rating, explorers, wallets. Where do they put the data? Where'd they put the data? Low, high. Oh, they used to tell you what the circulating supply was, and maybe it's here and I just can't see it. Yeah, look, max supply, infinite. Let me show you. The max supply is infinite. Okay. Yes, Solana owners, if you didn't know, now you know. You own a token with an infinite supply. Now, the reason Solana is at $200 and XRP is at $3 is because of supply, right? Total supply right now on the open market of Solana is about 600 million tokens. With XRP, it's 100 billion. That's the difference in price you're seeing. There's more of a supply that's available to people to buy right now today. It's all about supply, okay? Now, in 5 or 10 years, who knows what the supply of Solana is going to be? And if that will keep up with the demand. Obviously, right now, We look at Solana like, hey, one of the best performing assets in this pool market, right? Thousands of developers, they're creating cell phones, they're creating technology, the AI, like it's not going anywhere. But hey, there's a lot of things that I thought in crypto that would not go anywhere, and they are not around today. So, what are we going to do? How copies the wrong person's question? Don't fire me. Oh, you're good. You're good. What's up, Rico? Damn, Rico's got a good name. Look at this. Rico Suave. Suave. Love it. Yeah. Solana has unlimited supply. And I think Ethereum does too. If I'm not mistaken, let me look. I have multiple coin market caps open. Here we go. Let's go look at Ethereum. I thought ETH did too. Yeah, Ethereum does too. Boom. Hate to break it to you folks, but when you have an infinite supply and you have the founders of Ethereum constantly dumping Ethereum on the market, I don't know. What would you rather hold? Something that is infinite and that can be printed and created out of thin air and dumped on you? Or would you rather hold something that the entire supply is already out there? I don't know. Up to you, man. What's what you want to do? But I think we got that. Another question was 1 to 20 scale. Oh, chat moved. On a 1 to 20 scale, how high would you score the probability that regulation gets instituted faster than we expected? So, so the first thing that comes to mind with your question, okay, and here's the question if the audience is wondering what the question was. The answer to your question is the U.S. might need to speed up regulation to keep up with or be equal to like our biggest trading partners, which could be Europe, the UK, Australia, Canada, Japan, Mexico, right? If those countries have moved to a fully regulated like CBDC, maybe it's not CBDC, maybe it's like stable coins, banks are using it, and the US hasn't got there yet, that would give that'd be really bad. That'd be really, really bad, right? And I think the really smart people in the government that actually run the government, I think they understand. And when I say they, I don't know who they are. I just know that, Biden, Trump, I think there's probably a lot smarter people that could take those jobs, but these people are the popular candidates, right? We're in the populism stage. Maybe this is not the best qualified person from their intelligence, intellect, or their thought processing, or their action taking, right? There's a lot of things that we can tick down. Like I don't like what Biden did to the crypto industry. I don't like how slow he was on things like the border and things like that, right? Those are things I didn't like about Biden. There's probably a lot of other things I didn't like about him, but I have a list about things that I don't like about Trump too. And, I can't really talk about those too much because I piss people off, but we've seen part 1 of this movie already. What will part 2 look like? Will it be better than part 1, or will it be worse than part 1? I really hope it's better than part 1. I can't imagine it's going to be worse than part 1. I hope it's going to be good. So we'll see. Can you explain the burn rate? No, I cannot. And won't XRP eventually disappear? No, Dave. I don't know the exact mathematics on it. That's a great question though, Dave. I haven't gotten that one in a long time. I know that, banks could start using it at so much a token, and, 100 years from now, it'll still exist. But I think that is a great fucking, for a XRP burn rate. I think that's a great video that I could do for the community though, because I need to educate myself on that question now. And I think everybody else could too. Let's see what Brave came up with in their AI. Now, I don't know if this data is accurate. This is what they're saying. So just don't shoot me. The XRP burn rate, the rate at which XRP tokens are permanently removed from circulation due to transaction fees. As a recent of data, about 5,000 XRP are burned daily, which amounts to approximately 13 million XRP burned since inception. So we've only, in the last decade, we've only burned 13 million XRP out of 100 billion. You tell me, I'm sorry, I'm not sharing my screen. I'm sorry. You tell me if it's still going to be here in a year or 10 years or 100 years from now. I think regardless. I think even if the price of XRP is a lot higher, I still think the burn rate's the same. But you know what? I need to educate myself on that fact. But great question, Dave. You've really given me an idea for a video. And if I remember when I'm doing the video, I'll give you a shout out. I can't promise because I always say I'm going to remember something. And I lose things every single day, like constantly losing things. Absolutely, Dave. Thank you, man. Great question. Appreciate you. And thanks for being here, man. It will be awesome. What are we talking about, Clinton? Now, Dave, I'm going to take that. And I need to move that down. So I know this screen stopped. Give me a second. I just need to save this idea for a video because that was a really good idea. Oh, it didn't go anywhere. Okay, that's weird. That's weird. Okay, share this instead. All right. Yeah, just crazy. That's a great idea. I'll work on that, Dave. Come back on Monday or Tuesday, and maybe I'll have something done. I have like 3 or 4 videos that I'm working on right now. One is about Ripple's, going back in time, Ripple's partnerships with the U.S. government. One of them I'm working on currently is going to be talking about the FedNow payment system and what that technology uses and what cryptos can be used inside of FedNow. I think that's going to be important. A few other ideas that I have for videos that I'm currently working on. It's just hard to, I don't want to give you all my secrets. Great Sensei chat. Got to go. See you, meet. I know we're 2 hours and 16 minutes. We're into the ether here. Does anybody have any final thoughts, final questions, anything that we need to get to or talk about before we end here today? And it's kind of like last call when you're at a bar, hanging out with your friends, they ring the bell. You need to either order another drink or you need to pay. The burn rates depends on the amount transaction in XRP, I believe. Okay, so you know what? This is a question that I'm going to solve over the next few days. I'm gonna sit down. Whether it takes 5 hours or 5 days, I will figure all this out for you. What's happening with Twin? It's a great question. I think Twin could probably be doing a better job marketing to communities and other places. Not super excited about where it currently is and its trajectory of nowhere. But sometimes in crypto, you have to be patient. And I know that's not what you want to hear. I wish I could tell you differently. I thought Twin would be at a much I thought it'd be a different story right now. RJ Robinson. So on that note, all right, I wish you all a great weekend. I love you all. Thank you all for your support. If you want instantaneous information, that's Cryptonaires. Link down in the description. If not, have a good day. I'll see you next Tuesday. I'll be live. Aloha. Love you. Bye. All right, Luna.